Hello everyone and welcome to one of many videos from Deviant.fun, a flash review video, and today we've got Tiananmen 1989, Our Shattered Hopes by Lun Zhang or Zhang, I don't know how to spell it, and then drawings by Adrien Gombeaud and Ameziane, either drawing or coloring, I don't know. So the subject should be quite clear. This is about the massacre that occurred at the Tiananmen Square, where students and other people that wanted more freedom, more rights, a more open society. They were vouching for it, manifesting for it, causing a lot of pressure on the government, and it all ended very badly. So this book by Lun Zhang, let's hope it's like that, is not a biography. He was there, though he specifically says that he has created a character, much like himself, to write the book and to describe what happened. So, though it's not really him, the character lives through the things he witnessed and contributed to. And so the book starts with a small summary of the forces in movement: the student movement, intellectuals, the businessmen. There's a singer here who also played some part, at least in the book. It might not be the same name in the true story. The Chinese Communist Party and its members. Of course, Deng Xiaoping, who was the big leader at the time, and so we see the pre-drama. We get a picture of what the country was like before all that uprising started. So there seemed to be modernization was coming through. There was more industry, more work, but still it was a very closed country with not that much liberty. But they started having international TV and things like that. But still, people, especially the younger people, wanted more freedom, wanted more opportunities, and so they started creating movements, organized movements that would use the Tiananmen Square as a place to rally and protest, non-violent protests always. Sorry. But the movement started gaining traction, and each time a rally occurred, there would be more and more people, and the government was starting to get annoyed with what was happening. Some of the members of the Communist Party spoke in favor of the students and got put to the side, and that caused even more uproar. And then the students and the movement, let's say, because it was not students, felt that there was need to take stronger action, but being that they didn't want to incur in violent acts, they decided they should start a hunger strike. And it was a hell of a hunger strike. They had to organize themselves better just to just to be able to treat the ill people, make sure they would have at least glucose on their blood. They set up marshal tents, corridors, and they started barricading themselves, creating escape routes and things like that, because the tension was growing more and more. Then Deng Xiaoping declared martial law, and so any kind of protest or whatever was absolutely forbidden. Anything that would go against the regime, would it be words or actions, would be suppressed by the army. But it turns out that the army wasn't that keen on beating up people. Some of them believed their demands to be just and fair, and so when the Russian president, the biggest communist nation besides China, went to visit the country, Deng Xiaoping was very concerned that he would see the uproar that was taking place in the country. So there were journalists there to cover the visit from Putin, from Gorbachev, and they actually ended up getting more interested on the camp that was built on Tiananmen Square and the whole movement behind that. And so that's when all hell broke loose. A little bit after that, one day the tanks didn't stop; they just rampaged through the people. And they were crushed. Some of them, there were shots fired. It was a real drama. So that's what you see here, documented. And when I say documented, I think it's the weakest aspect of this book is that it is too documental. I believe it could have some more. It could be more emotional because the subject is really emotional, but it's not. It's presented in a very journalistic way. Even the scene where when it all culminates and the tanks rampage over people, it is 2 pages of the whole book. I don't think it's emotionally set up as it should. You don't feel the tension. It could be better done in that way, but it's a real eye opener, very informative. It will make you think and know about things that you never suspected that happened, like the hunger strike and how they became super organized, the level of organization they had with their movement, how long they endured those trials. So it's really astonishing. So it's if you're in doubt, this is a recommendation still, but with the feeling that it could have been better explored. I really liked the book, recommend it, but it could be even better. The illustrations are interesting. I like them. Nothing to say about that. Very very, very, very distinctive, right? It's not that kind of art, stylized kind of art, a standardized style of art. So that's our opinion on the book. If you want to buy it, you know where to go. Deviant.fun.biz, where you can find this and many other books, either to buy from our stock, but mostly to order from our suppliers, rare books, common books, whatever. We can find virtually anything. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you like. And if you like these videos and this one in particular, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, help us reach the 1,000 subscribers, so we can do more live things. Yeah, YouTube has those kind of policies. Yeah, so until then, stay safe, stay away from COVID. It seems that every week there's a new variant. Now here in Portugal they're talking about using 2 masks, one on top of the other. It's getting crazy. It's getting really crazy. It's some peculiar times that we have to endure. Nothing compared to this, but yeah, still total drag. Okay, so until the next video, bye bye, farewell.